I walk in here not with desire, but with a need. Carrying the bile of gray days and the acid of empty nights. The world outside is a game of appearances, a marketplace of cheap words, but the steel bar, this is the naked truth. It don't take excuses, it don't understand promises, it only knows one law, gravity, and my will to defy it. I load the plates like I'm loading a weapon, each one a memory I gotta overcome. The first grip is cold, the second a declaration of war. I close my eyes and I don't see the gym, I see the streets that spat on me, the faces that turn it away. I see the betrayal with sky blue smile, all that weakness, all that decay. I concentrated here, and the fist that tightens in the back that tenses. I ain't lifting weight, I'm lifting ghosts. I push toward the ceiling, every lie I ever swallowed. And at the top, where the muscle burns and trembles, that's where I let them go, where I drop them into oblivion. This is my temple, my cathedral of art and pain, where I bury the weak and heart in the vein. Every drop that falls is a prayer, every grunt I hate, fucking a god in the fire of my own condition. No mercy, no pose, just the iron's raw confession. I'm the sinner and the Christ in this cruel obsession. This is my temple of bone, and in the end I'll reign brutally alone. People ask about this fire, this cold rage. You wouldn't get the math, the calculus of a shattered soul. Love was a liability, a crack in the armor. I poured mine into the concrete of these walls, let it cure. Now my compassion's on lockdown, my tenderness chained in the dungeon of the past. What stands before you is a monument to never again, a fortress raised against the letdown. This dumbbell won't betray me, this cable won't lie. It never says I love you, it stabs me in the side. My only spotter is discipline, a stern and silent judge. And this workout ain't over till the old me is dead. And in the deadly silence between sets, when the fire burns in your lungs, that's when you hear it, the voice of who you were, a feign echo begging for mercy from the bottom of the well. You gotta listen to it, acknowledge it's hurt, then with perfect form, flawless technique, you lift it again, one more rep, another and another, till it's wine, it becomes just another part of the strain, till it blends with the screech of the steel, till that crime finally shuts up. Time is ticking against this mortal frame, this flesh is temporary, legacy is the only game. I'm not sculpting the body, I'm carving the statue to last the age. A warning future, a funeral monument to the past. Let the joints creak like a ghost ship, let the tendons tighten, let the vision go white. This is the final act, the last stand, where angels fear to tread and demons are unmanned. I am the storm in the core, the peace inside the war, the darkness that's acts secret has its own light on the shore. Forge me in fury, break me and see what survives in the ashes is what I was meant to be. This is my temple, my cathedral of fight and pain, where I bury the weak and heart in the vein. Every drop that falls is a prayer, every grunt a hand, forging a God in the fire of my own condition. No mercy, no pose, just the average raw confession. I'm the sinner and the Christ in this cruel obsession. This is my temple of bone, and in the end I'll reign brutally alone. Brick by brick, fiber by fiber, the wall is high, the gate is sealed. The temple is at peace. This is my temple, brutally alone. Yeah. Listen. You come here looking for a sermon? I ain't preaching, I'm testifying. With every plate I stack, every rep I steal from the jaws of failure. This ain't no fitness center, this a rehabilitation facility for broken spirits. A fight club where the only opponent you face is the reflection they tried to shatter. The weights ain't iron under the condensed pressure of every you can't. And I'm here to press it all back to the sky. Let's begin. I step into this concrete womb, this sweat box of truth, carrying the corpse of my innocence, the ghost of my youth. The world's a weak handshake, a contract built on lies, but the pull-up bars honest, it reveals the strength you disguise. I grip the cold steel, feel the calluses connect. This is where a man's measured, his whole soul put to inspect. You can lie to your woman, you can lie on your taxes, but you can't lie to the bar when your spine's near collapse. It's a brutal honesty, a mirror made of chrome that shows you the animal desperate to get home. I load the burdens on my back, the debts that I owe, and squat till the memories of who I was let go. This is the Iron Church, where the weak are made. Every drop of lead's a baptism, a promise I swore and I paid. The pain is the symbol, the burn is the prayer. Forgetting the same from a sinner on a P made of despair. No savior but no God but the grind. I'm rebooting my kingdom, one rep at a time. In this house of pain, I claim my new name in the Iron Church. I'm redeemed by the flame. See, the routine is salvation, the schedule my creed. 3 sets of 10, plant the seed of the man I need to be. I left friends at the altar of a good time lies. Now my only congregation is the fire in my eyes. They see about the muscles I gain. They don't see me living a coffin of my past pain. Every clean is an exorcism, jerk the demons overhead. Watch them scatter in the lights before they fall down dead. My spotter's name discipline, a quiet focus force. He don't offer sympathy, just guides me on my course. Says the body you're breaking is the prison you're in. The only way to freedom is to tear it from the skin. Clockwork, heartbeat, metronome, a strain, turning liquid anguish into silent vein. The music's just a war drum, a pulse inside the gloom as I execute the sentence on the cell of flesh and doom. I don't work out for glory, for the mirror or the gram. I do it cause the soft man I was, I had to damn. I trade compassion for power, trade my tears for this rage, and write my new commandments on this personal page. The leg presses my judgment, the bench presses my trial. The cardio's the haunting mile after endless mile, till the former self is silence, just a whisper in the ache. And the king stands where a beggar prayed his heart will break. And in the quiet after, when the rack is finally still, yeah, that's when you meet the peace, the calm after the kill. The echoes of the clanging iron fade into a hymn. You survey the wreckage of the man you once called him, and you realize the temple wasn't built to keep the world out. It was built to contain the storm you finally let shout. So let the skeptics watch and let the haters talk their talk. I'm building an empire that'll weather any squall. This ain't a phase or a trend, it's a lifelong war. A desperate crusade to even up the score. With every scar, with every tear, with every broken trust, I convert the pain to power, transform the rust to just another layer of armor, another brick in the wall that protects the fragile garden where my true self can stand tall. I am the architect, the level with the clay. I'm demolishing the ruins of yesterday. This siren poses the drum that my future marches to, and I will not rest until the construction's through. This is the Iron Church, where the weak are made. Every drop of fet's a baptism, a promise I swore when I paid. The pain is the sermon, the burn is the prayer. Forgetting a saint from a sinner on a premade of despair. No savior but what? No God but the grind. I'm rebooting my kingdom, one repay at a time. In this house of pain, I claim my new name. In the Iron Church, I'm redeemed by the flame. By the flame, by the flame, by the flame. The blueprint is drawn, the foundation is set. The walls are going up, day by day, rep by rep. This church is always open for confession, for redemption, for war. Machiavelli, rest in peace. Yeah. Yeah. Pick up. I know you see the caller ID lighting up. Funny, ain't it? Same number used to send straight to voicemail. Now it's the hottest ticket in town, but this ain't no reunion. This is a public service announcement to all the new best friends, all the sudden cousins. Y'all hear me good. This is what the top looks like from the bottom of an empty glass. Listen. I remember cold nights, a mattress on the floor, silence in my pocket, and so knocking on my door. My dreams were my only company, hungry and raw, planning my escape from the belly of the law. Now my phone blowing up a non-stop siren song. Same digits that was silent, now they singing where we belong. You claim we shared history, claim we thick as thieves, but where was that love when I was clutching my dreams, bleeding out on my sleeves? Now you see the chain to ride, a spotlight on the stage, and suddenly your memory sharp, turning another page in the book you never opened, the story you never read. Cause back when it was written, you left my ass for dead. Yeah. Now everybody wants to know me, wanna taste the light, wanna get close to the flame that kept me warm at night when y'all was nowhere to be found, ghosting in the background. Now my success is the only common ground. Everybody want a piece, a slice of the fame, but the love y'all offering, it all looks the same. Conditional and convenient, attached to what I got. The love was free for the take, but you all forgot. But you all inbox full of congrats from faces I don't recognize. Handshakes getting tighter, dollar signs in their eyes. They speaking investments now, partnerships and deals. Back then the only investment was the pain that was real. They wanna party on my yacht before I even bought a boat. They quote my old struggles like it's some anecdote, a colorful story to tell at they brunch, while I was living that story, getting punched for my lunch. Respect now is giving, not a single thing I earned, just the currency they spend, cause the money's what they learned. To value my characters, just a side effect now, a footnote to the net worth. worth on their spec sheet. Anyhow, and what about the family, the ones who truly knew the cause? Now they getting crowded out, feeling dizzy and lost by this parade of strangers with their open hands and plans, claiming they my day ones, built on shifting sands. It isolates the real ones, puts a wall up where was trust, cause I gotta question motives, filter through the lust for the lifestyle, not the life for the image, not the man. This is the lonely kingdom at the top of the food chain plan. I wanted to be heard, not worship like a god. I wanted to provide, not become the national fraud, where every interaction's a transaction in disguise, and the trust in my own circle slowly dies in front of my eyes. So forgive me if I'm distant, if my energy is low, if I screen the calls and move carefully and slow. I'm protecting the last piece that they can't manipulate, the core of who I am before I enter this gold-plated state. The boy who dreamed in concrete, whose heart was on his sleeve. That's the only piece of me I'm never gonna let him retrieve. Cause everybody wants to know me, wanna taste the light, wanna get close to the flame that kept me warm at night when y'all was nowhere to be found, ghosting in the background. Now my success is the only common ground. Everybody want a piece, a slice of the fame, but the love y'all offering, it all looks the same. Hollow and transactional, attached to what I got. The real love was on the table, but you left it to rot. But you left it to rot. But you left it to rot. So to all the new arrivals, the recent additions to my team, the answer is no. No to the favors, no to the photos, no to the fabricated memories. My circle is small, it's made of scars, not signatures. It's sealed with blood, not business cards. I climb this mountain alone, and I'll be damned if I let the crowd at the summit make me forget the value of the climb, or the few who passed me a canteen where my throat was full of dust. Stay up, Machiavelli, 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 Machiavelli. Yeah, they got a name for people like me. They write it in their eyes before their lips even move. Loser, burnout, nobody. They think it's a life sentence, a final verdict. They don't know the judge is in here with me, and the appeals process is measured in pounds and reps and sweat that washes the name away. This ain't a victory lap, this is the crawl back from rock bottom. Listen, I walked in here with the stink of defeat on my skin, echoes of their laughter, the places I couldn't win. The world's a locked door, and I was the wrong key, a faded headline for a tragedy nobody sees. I was the last pick, the drop pass, the failed plan, the ghost in the mirror who forgot he was a man. I wore the shame like a jacket, heavy and worn, a living testament to the day I was born. To be less, but in this dungeon of iron under the flickering light, a different kind of truth gets born in the night, where the only thing you're fighting is the reflection you own and the weakness you carried in every single bone. So let them call me loser, let them write their lows. Every arrow they stick just expose their flows. My strength ain't in the cheese, it's in the wide, dirty grind. Ready, finding what they see, 1 pound at a time. This sweat's my apology to the men I let down. This pain is the only crime, they'll never get to burn down. I'm the underdog, whispering a promise to the steel, and the only acceptance I need is what the side makes me feel. I ain't lifting for glory, I'm lifting to erase the coward in my soul, the fear upon my face. Every extra plate is a sorry to my past for the times I chose the bottle instead of holding fast. For the love I let it walk, cause I thought I wasn't enough. For the dreams I left crumpled, life getting way too tough. This bar is my therapist, my priest, my only friend. It asks for brutal honesty again and again. It don't care about my credit, my job, my pedigree. It just asks, can you move me? That's the only currency that matters in this kingdom of dust and rust and chalk, where a loser starts his journey with a single simple walk. To the rack, to the pain, to the one thing he can trust, to turn his body's protest into honorable dust. And in the deep burn, in the shake, in the gas for air, that's where the transformation happens right there. Within the deep burn, in the shake, in the gas for air, that's where the transformation happens right there. Where the old me finally breaks, where the victim finally dies, and from that exhaustion a new set of eyes that don't look for permission, that don't beg for a chance, that just see the next target and get back in the stance. The world loves a winner, but it don't understand. The most dangerous man is the one with nothing left to lose and everything to prove. to the face in his shoes, in his shoes, in his shoes, in his shoes. So yeah, I'm slow. Yeah, my form might be a crime. I don't move the big weights, not yet, not this time. But I move the weight of a world that said stay down. I move the memory of every single frown. Directed at my soul, I'm digging the grave with these lips. For the pathetic narrative they handed me as gifts. I'm building a fortress where my dignity can live, a sanctuary where I take. Cause I learned how to give everything that is to the process, to the slow, painful climb. My victory ain't tomorrow, it's in this rap. This time it's showing up when the me of yesterday said quit. Improving to the ghosts inside that I'm still fit to fall. So let them call me loser, let them whisper in the hall. My redemption ain't a sandbody, it's a brick in the wall. I'm burial, I was left a fortress strong and true. From the broken pieces of the nothing that they thought they knew. This West, my baptism in the church of second chance. This pain is the only dance where I finally not glance. I'm the underdog, whispering a promise to the steel. And the only receptors I need is what this sound makes me feel. Scoreboards for them, the clocks for them, the rankings, the opinions, all for them. My fight is mine, my weights are mine, my crawl is mine. And from this bottom, the only direction is a motherfucking climb. One more rep for the loser, for the loser, for the forgotten, for the last one's picked, for the last one's picked. We remember, and we're coming, Machiavelli. Alright, listen. They talk about your fight. They point at the ring, the cage, the street corner. Nah, your real fight don't got no crowd, no bell. It's here, between you, this iron, and the ghost of the man you used to be. Every morning you choose, lay down, or stand the fuck up. This is the soundtrack to choosing. This is the war inside the iron. Let's get to work. The alarm clock screams another 5 a.m. decree. A battlefield of sheets, a war with my own lethargy. My mind whispers snooze, paints pictures of the comfort zone, but the ghost of my potential stands beside the bed alone. He don't say a word, just points at the worn out shoes. Reminds me of the dreams I got too damn comfortable to lose. So I trade the pillow's warmth for the cold grip of the steel. Cause the version of myself I need is the one that's pain will heal. This ain't for the gram, ain't for the likes or the views. This is depositing the pain, so tomorrow I can cash the dues. Every society tells a man to sit down, be calm, be meek, but in this iron temple, it's the savage part I seek and I find it. This is my fight, my wide, endless war. Against the weakness in my blood, the doubt that came from fall. He strips a promise broken to the person that I was. He dropped a fuss of memory that I finally let because yes, this is my fight, the only one that matters. Against the gravity of failure and the sound of shattered dreams. I'm building an army from the ashes of my past. This fight ain't about the first punch, it's about the one that lasts. It's about the one that lasts. I stare into the mirror, and my reflection's getting hard. Eyes like flint, a soul that's permanently scarred. I'm carving out a statue with the tools of my regret. Every single set I finish is a bridge that I have set on fire, so I can't go back. They ask me why the grunt, why the strain, why the cry. I'm pushing down the part of me that's comfortable to die, that accepts the mediocre, that believes the lying hype. I'm drowning out that voice with every single clean and snipe. My lungs are burning churches where my doubts used to pray. My heart's a war drum pounding all the cowardice away. This is exorcism, this is holy ground, it's sacrilege. I'm killing off my former self to build a taller bridge to a future I can't see yet, but in my spirit I can feel. Forging fire tempered in the iron, proving real. Forging fire tempered in the iron, proving real. And in the silence of the struggle, when the world fades to a hum, that's where the truth arrives, where the real battle's won. Not by the biggest muscles, but by the deepest will. By the stubborn, quiet refusal to ever be still, to ever accept the plate that's off, to ever take the lighter load. This is the covenant I made with myself on a long and empty road. This fight is my freedom, this pain is my proof that I'm not just flesh and bone. I am my own damn roof, my own foundation, my own wall, my own God behind these eyes. And this gym is where I come to make sure that God never died. Yeah. So when you see me straining, face contorted in the grind, know that I am battling a universe inside my mind. I'm fighting for the Father I will one day get to be, fighting for the peace that someday will belong to me, fighting for the boy who didn't know he had this fight, fighting with the darkness just to justify the light. This is my rebellion, my stand against the decay, my refusal to become a ghost who's just forgotten how to say no more. This bar is my opponent, this floor is my domain. The calluses of metals from the wars fought in the rain of my own sweat. I am the general and the troop, planting flags and conquer land with every single squad and loop. Bruh, this is my fight, my quiet
that came before. He breaks a promise broken to the person that I was. He drop a foot to memory that I finally let me cut. Plus, this is my fight, the only one that matters. It's the gravity of failure and the sound of shattered dreams. I built an army from the ashes of my past. This fight ain't about the first punch, it's about the one that lasts. It's about the one that lasts.
Round by round, day by day, this fight never ends, and I never wanted to. Cause the day I stop fighting is the day I start dying. So I welcome the burn, I greet the ache like an old friend. We have an understanding, it tries to break me, and I use it to build myself again. Stronger, harder, ready for whatever's next. This is my fight, and I'm winning. Machiavelli.
They think quiet means empty. Let them think. My thoughts got weight. My silence got teeth. Watch the plates move. That's the conversation. I don't broadcast my struggle, don't narrate the pain. My progress ain't a podcast in the fucking rain. It's logged in the calluses, the slowly widening frame. A language they can't speak cause they're addicted to the fame. I'm saying they'll do it, I just do it. In the silence of the 6 a.m. crew, where the only sound respected is the weight hitting the floor and the guttural truth behind the gym's back door. They trade excuses loud like it's some kind of coin. I trade my peace for focus, let the iron fill the void. My dialogues are barbell, my punctuation chains. My memoirs in the muscle fiber fucking gains. I don't speak much, my presence is the statement. Each rep a declaration. Quiet but unabated, while they yap about the mission. I'm complete, amalgamating. My authority's a squat, right? Echoing the strain, so save your breath for breathing, save your talk for someone weak. My philosophy's in practice 7 days a week. The loudest thing about me is this weight I make confess. The rest is just the echo of a man you'll never stress. I see him filming sets for a 10-second clip to prove they were here to get that social grip. I'm here for the war that the camera won't see. The private brutal fight to redefine to me. They need a witness, an audience, a cheer. I need the collision, the edge, the fucking fear that I might not complete it. That's the sacred ground where a man is truly made without a single sound. My trainer knows my language and not a pointed glance. He speaks in loaded bars and in a disciplined stance. We communicate in efforts in the fight against the halt. The deepest understanding is a culture without fault. A word's just action, pure and understilled. A philosophy in nine, brutally fulfilled. And in that hollow space between the effort and the rest, that's where the knowledge settles deeper than the chest. How a boast could ever reach, cellular is true. The ways don't need a speech to tell you what to do. They just are, and you either are or you are not. The loudest mouths in here often forgot that strength ain't a slogan, it's a silent daily tax. Paid in advance in the quiet and the facts, or in the fucking mirror in the cold unflinching glare. The iron never lies, it just that. So let the noise makers have the digital parade. The comment section battle, the shallow games they play. I'm in the corner repping out a quiet and creed, where the strongest of the statements is the metronome I need. For discipline, for progress, for a self that needs no hype. For seeing what you're made of under industrial light. With no one there to crown you, just the task that you defined. And the quiet fierce approval of your own relentless mind. That's the crown, that's the anthem, that's the undiscussed reward. Not a trophy, not a title, not a praise for some discord. It's the peace of knowing silence is a weapon you were forged in the fire of consistency, relentlessly urged by the part of you that knows that all the talking in the world is just the noise the untested make before the flags unfurl.
I don't speak much, my presence is the statement. Each rep a declaration, wide but unabated, while they yapping about the mission. I'm complete and accumulated. My authority's a squat, rats echoing the strength. So save your breath for breathing, save your talk for someone read. My philosophy's in practice 7 days a week. The loudest thing about me
Is this weight I may confess? The rest is just the echo of a man you'll never stress. The lesson's not in the lecture, it's in the load. The proof's not in the promise, it's in the road. You walk without a soundtrack, the victory's in the vow of silence. Kept Machiavelli, 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 Machiavelli. Funny how the safest place can turn into a trap. Same seat, same ride, different ending. I didn't see it coming, but I'll never forget that sound.
We was rolling through the city like it's any other night. Street lights on the windshield dash glowing soft white. You talking about the future, about we good, about we tight, and I believed you, cause your words fell right. Radio low, your hand steady on the wheel. I'm in the passenger seat, thinking maybe life can heal. Then your voice got quiet like a switch got flipped in the air, got colder like the whole car dip. I saw your jaw tense up, but I didn't ask why, cause real trust don't question, it just lets it slide. Next thing I knew, that flash and that crack, and my whole world turned black from the front to the back. You shot me in the car
where I thought I was safe, let me breathe in the pieces, looking death in the face. Same road, same seat, now it don't feel the same. You didn't just hit my body, you tried to erase my name.
You shot me in the car
and drove like it was nothing, like my life was a problem and the trigger was your solution. But I'm still here, yeah, still here, I swear. You can't kill what's built from pain and prayer.
Time slowed down, heavy like the bass in the trunk. My ears ringing loud, everything feeling blunt. I tasted metal, felt my chest fighting air, and your eyes stayed forward like I wasn't even there. I tried to speak, but my throat wouldn't work. Only thing moving was the fear and the hurt. I looked at you like why, but you didn't look back. Just kept driving through the night with a heart made of black. I thought about my family, how I left them for noise, how I traded real love for these risky choices. Thought about all the warnings I ignored in the past, and how betrayal always hits when you relax. I didn't scream, I just held on to breathe, cause survival ain't loud, it's a whisper against death. And in that moment I learned something cold and true. The worst enemy smile right next to you. You shot me in the car
where I thought I was safe, let me breathing in pieces, looking death in the face. Same road, same seat, now it don't feel the same. You didn't just hit my body, you tried to erase my name.
You shot me in the car
and drove like it was nothing, like my life was a problem and the trigger was your solution. But I'm still here, yeah, still here, I swear. You can't kill what's built from pain and prayer. And that's the crazy part, I don't miss the bullet, I miss the version of me that still trusted people. Now every car door closing make my mind rewind. Every engine at night got me checking behind. I don't sit with my back to the room no more. I don't call everybody bro no more. I rebuilt myself slow, brick by brick, scar by scar. Turn that night into fuel, turn that pain into art. Cause if I die inside, then you really win. So I chose to live loud from deep within. I ain't preaching revenge, that's a chain on the soul, but I won't forget the lesson, I won't lose control. You tried to make me a headline, the memory is stained, but I became a warning and I rose from the pain. So if you hear this track, let it sit in your chest. Watch who you ride with, cause trust is a test. Some people don't love you, they love what you got, and they'll pull that trigger the second they plot. You shot me in the car, but I didn't disappear. I crawled out the dark, and I made it to here. Same road, same seat, but I changed the frame. You didn't in my story, you just lit the flame. You shot me in the car, tried to silence my breath, but I turned that moment into strength over death. I'm still here, yeah, I'm still here, I swear. You can't kill what's built from pain and pressure.
Some shots don't just hit flesh, they hit trust. And that's the one that takes the longest to heal.